We are going through exercise 6C, and in this video we're answering question 5E, which is asking us to factorize each of the following. And here we have the cubic that we're trying to factorize. The first thing that we're going to do is a bit of trial and error. So we're going to sub in numbers and see if we can get an output of 0, which means that we've found a factor. Now, it's not pure blind trial and error. Because we have a 1 here, that means we're going to only consider factors of 1. Factors of 1. Now, that's my favorite, factors of 1. Because guess what? That means we only have to do it with plus or minus 1, which is fantastic. So let's begin by putting in 1 into this polynomial right here, which is simply going to be 2 plus 3 minus 1. And hopefully you can immediately see that this is not going to be equal to 0. So let's now try putting in another one. Let's try putting in negative 1, which means we're going to get negative 2 plus 3 minus 1, which is going to be equal to 0. So we can give this a big tick, which means that our factor, so therefore x plus 1 is a factor of p of x. This is p of x right here. The next thing that we need to do is to find the other factors is we need to divide. Now, you can do your traditional polynomial long division, but I'm very lazy and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to use something called synthetic division, which sounds so cool, I think. Synthetic division sounds like we're doing something really complicated, but it is really, really easy. What we do is we write down negative 1. So because we're dealing with x plus 1, we set it equal to 0, we solve for x, that's why we've got negative 1 here. Then we put down the coefficients of our polynomial. So it's going to be 2, it's going to be 3. Now, as you can see here, we're missing 1. We're missing that x, so that means we're going to put a 0 here, representing that missing term. Then we're going to have negative 1 there. Then we put another line here. Whoa, I kind of veered off at the end there. Let's try again. That's better. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this 2 and we're going to bring it down. How easy is that? So we're going to bring a 2 here. Then I'm going to go negative 1 times 2 is negative 2. Then I'm going to go 3 plus negative 2 is 1. Then I'm going to go negative 1 times 1 is negative 1. 0 plus negative 1 is negative 1. Negative 1 times negative 1 is 1. This plus this is 0. Therefore, I'm going to get 2x squared plus x minus 1. This 0 represents my remainder. And we knew it was going to be 0, so it proves that we've done it correct because x plus 1 is a factor. The next thing that we do is we're going to say, well, we have x plus 1, and we have 2x squared plus x minus 1. 2x squared plus x minus 1. This right here, 2x squared plus x minus 1, this can be further factorized because we want it in a fully factorized form. So we're going to go my product, my sum, my factor. All right, so we're going to go 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. So I need two numbers that when multiplied together give me negative 2. Then I'm going to have a 1 here. When they are added together, they get me 1. What are these two factors going to be? So that means I'm going to wind up with 2 and negative 1. That sounds right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go x plus 1, 2x squared. So I'm doing this really slow in terms of factorizing. So if you can skip right to the answer here, feel free to, but I just want to go slowly for anyone who needs that extra hand. So because I can break this x into negative 1 and 2x. So as you can see, that still equals to x. I've just broken it up, and that's going to help me factorize it. So now as I'm going through this, I can take out my common factor of x here, which is going to leave me with 2x minus 1. And then here I can take out a common factor of 1, and I need some more room. Let me grab this. Let me move this over here. Let me come over here. Let me keep on going. We're doing well. Whoops, doesn't want to work with me. There we go. This is going to be 2x minus 1 bracket, bracket. You know it worked because we got 2x minus 1 twice. So that means we're going to be left with x plus 1. Then I'm going to get x plus 1. Then I'm going to get 2x minus 1. And as you can see, I got x plus 1, I got that twice. So that means I'm going to get x plus 1 squared, 2x minus 1. And that is your fully factorized answer. Hopefully this video has been helpful to you in answering this question. Let's just zoom out and appreciate our nice working out there. Look at that. Is that not beautiful? I think it is.